Good morning, dear. Did you sleep all right? I know you're still tied up. Or is it considered tied down? What am I saying? It doesn't matter. The important part is how did you sleep? Good. I'm glad. Um, I, uh, I made some breakfast. French toast with butter and maple syrup, and with plenty of bacon on the side. I was going to make some eggs over easy too, but I didn't know when you'd wake up, and they don't taste good cold. I can make some right now if you want. Yes, I know it's your favorite. Wait, honey, before you struggle any further with your thoughts, I know how strange and difficult and flat out crazy this all is, and you've just woken up. Why don't we wait to talk more until you've eaten, okay? Yes, I'm not naked anymore. I put on a shirt. It was a little chilly, sorry. Would it make you feel more comfortable if I took it off again? I want to make sure you know I'm not still pranking you. I'm sorry? How would me being naked keep you from using the bathroom? Oh. Oh. Nope. I get it. Yes. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Okay. Then I shall remain clothed at least until you've had a chance to. Well, you know. Yes, you can't do that all tied up. I'd have thought about that. Or, rather, I prepared for that. Here, I've attached this chain to your leg, which is attached to that steel beam over there. It's long enough that you can pretty much go anywhere inside the cabin. You won't be able to change your pants while it's on, though, so try not to get them dirty. Let me untie you now so you can use the facilities. Yes, I'd consider that. You might try to overpower me this way, and then find the key that will set you free. Are you going to? Thank you. There, you're untied. Go ahead. I'm here, at the kitchen table. Please, have a seat. Please, eat. I've also prepared a glass of milk, a glass of orange juice, and a glass of V8. I wasn't sure which one you'd prefer today. You tend to rotate between those three. Sometimes you'll throw in grape juice or apple juice for a change of pace. Nope, no coffee. You hate it. It's too bitter. You tried. Or rather, you do try in college to learn to like coffee since you're going to spend a lot of time staying up and studying, and black coffee is fairly cheap. But after a week of suffering through it, you decide that it's not worth it trying to make yourself like something you detest so much. No, you don't find tea disgusting. You just find it bland. Any hot tea tastes like warm water to you. You used to smile at me and tell me that I was only the hot tea you enjoyed it. You like sweetened iced tea, but you prefer Arnold Palmer's tea and lemonade together. You used to guzzle colas of all types, but you discovered. I'm sorry. You'll discover 5 years from now that the caffeine addiction is really getting to you, so you stop. Yes, it's a little difficult for me trying to wrap my head around what has happened versus what will happen and when. And I have to acknowledge the fact that my being here like this changes what I know to be true. So everything I say about anything that hasn't happened yet to you might not turn out to be true now. Wait, does this mean you believe me? That I'm from the future. No, that's fair. Believing that I believe it isn't the same as believing it's real. I could really be crazy. To be even more fair, the technology that brought me here was experimental when I used it 30 years from now. When I used it 30 years from now. It does sound completely insane, doesn't it? I never thought I'd be mixing past tense with future tense like that and believing that it made sense. You're right. It's right out of a science fiction novel. If you think this is difficult to believe, consider it from my point of view. It's possible that it didn't work and that my brain was fried in the attempt. In reality, it could be that I'm still lying in a bed somewhere, that I'm a vegetable that's just locked away in a coma dreaming about all of this. But here's the thing, if that's the case, I don't want to wake up. I love you. I love you and I've missed you so much. Being here with you right now, sitting next to you at the breakfast table, staring into your glowing eyes, being able to reach out like this and hold your hand again, it's exactly where I want to be. If this is a dream, then I never want to wake up. I can't be without you again. I just can't. Do you... do you at least believe that I love you? No, don't apologize. I do understand. As sincere as I sound, my story is still a little hard to accept. No, I can't take the chain off. If you left, if I lost you again for any reason, well, let's not go there right now, okay? So, where do we go from here? Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll start from the beginning. Well, you already know what's happened so far. You and I at each other's throats, back and forth. You and I continue fighting and bullying one another for the rest of our senior year and then even on for a couple years after that. We then each go our separate ways and, long story short, we meet up again 10 years later and reconcile. You're right, you deserve more than the short version. Truth is, I went to therapy and got counseling. I didn't know why I was obsessing over you so much, why you drove me to act the way that I did. I found that I was attacking you when I was younger, or, younger to me, but right now to you, because I had a crush on you and didn't know how else to express it. Yeah, that's a simple way of putting it. Most of the role models in my life left me in some way. I had a sibling who was 12 years older than me. I loved them so much, but they graduated high school when I was just entering first grade. They got married and moved across the country. I only saw them a couple times after that. A childhood friend I'd had for 2 years suddenly decided she wanted to bully me and push me around, and so I stopped playing with her. Even my father, he died when I was 11. Thank you for saying that. I know you lost your parents too when you were young. Anyway, it all added up to the fact that I liked you when I met you. Our first few days of knowing each other and hanging around were great. Good. I'm glad you thought so too. Yes, that's right. I started acting out against you for no reason. My therapist said it was because I was imposing upon you every angry or bitter feeling I had had towards every person I've ever loved in my life. Something within me snapped. Every person I've ever loved left me in some way, whether they changed, met someone, or even died. I started lashing out at you because you were kind and sweet and nice, and because I liked you. Apparently, it was because you were so wonderful that I started hating you. Something within me jumped ahead to the inevitable point where you'd betray me or hurt me in some way by leaving me, and I started treating you like you'd already left me. And I'm sorry for that. I explained this once and apologized before, but I'll do it again. And I know I haven't explained it to you, the you of right now. I explained this to you like 10 years from now, when we reconciled. Yes, that's exactly what happened. You were very sweet and understanding. You forgave me. We started hanging out after that. First, it was because I wanted to make it up to you for all the terrible things I'd done to you, and you were going along with it to make me feel better. But then you really started to like being with me. We became friends, then the closest of friends, then lovers, then married, and then... Yes, you did leave me. No, it was just one of those things. It wasn't some exotic disease or cancer or anything like that. We thought you just caught a cold, but you ended up with double pneumonia. You were in intensive care for a few days, and then you were gone. No, it wasn't your fault. I did know that. I was hurt. I was angry, but not with you. I wanted to blame the universe. I wanted to blame fate. But in the end, I realized that the person who deserved all the blame was me. I was so sure that I was going to be hurt that I kept myself from the greatest love I had ever known for years. We could have been together all this time. I could have loved you right now instead of blaming you for something that hadn't happened yet, and then wasn't your fault when it did happen. So when the technology was invented, I volunteered to be a test subject because I so desperately wanted to correct the errors I made with you. Because I wanted to hold you tight in my arms again and tell you how much I loved you, how much I still love you. Please, say something. I know it's also difficult to believe, but it's the absolute truth. I really am back from the future, your future, and I really do love you with all of my heart. Isn't it obvious? I tied you up and brought you here because you'd never believe me if I, your bully, had approached you with a story. I needed time to get it all out. I needed you to listen to the whole thing. I thought if I had you at my mercy and did nothing harmful to you, but treated you with love and showed you how I feel, that would help you believe me. And, admittedly, I missed you so much. I love you so much. I couldn't be without you any longer. So yes, it was a little selfish. I'll be honest with you about that. I wasn't sure what I was going to do if you didn't believe me and kept hating me. Was I going to keep you here all of your life? Or would I just give up on everything? Yes, we were trying to have a child, and it hadn't worked in our first 2 months after getting married, but we weren't stressing it. We thought we had plenty of time. Aaron. We would have named our child Aaron. Erin if it was a girl, and Aaron if it was a boy. After your grandmother, Aaron, who raised you after your parents died. That was non-negotiable. You demanded that be the name of our first child. What are you doing? Why do you want me to stand? Is there something? My love, does this mean? Whoa, you're picking me up. Where are we going? The bedroom? But you haven't finished eating your. Okay, I'll shut up, my love. You just want to lay down and hold me like you couldn't do when we were tied up. Of course. Whatever you want. Anything. You name it, and it's yours. Oh no. I think I'm still gonna tie you up tonight. And for several nights. No, I don't think you'll try to run away from me. But you were so damn cute all tied up like that. You want to tie me up too? Well, maybe we'll just have to take turns. Oh, my love. Hold me. Please. Just hold me. You're back. You're back and you're mine again. We have our whole lives to be with each other. And I want to spend all of it right here in your arms.